Severe weather can change someone's life in an instant. Well, that's exactly what happened to people in Springfield Township 14 years ago. A violent microburst tore through the township, devastating the Lincoln Green neighborhood and claiming a young father's life. Survivors and first responders today reflect on the chaos you see behind me and the community's resilience, as well as the critical importance of several thunderstorm warnings. Meteorologist Davis Wells, who you just saw earlier, takes us there this morning.
July 5th, 2012. Skies began to darken across Lucas County, with residents completely unaware of what was to strike. The intense afternoon heat created a violent downburst in just 20 minutes. Straight-line winds snapped mature trees and tore the roof off the Holland carryout in seconds. The storm trapped residents inside the Lincoln Green subdivision. The sudden destruction immediately overwhelmed emergency dispatchers.
The first call came in for fire alarm, and then the next thing you know, we had 30 plus calls in the next 20 seconds that came in. We knew immediately that we were going to need more help.
Fallen trees blocked every road. First responders could not drive their fire engines to the victims. Firefighters abandoned their apparatus, grabbed their heavy gear, and ran toward the destruction on foot. Up to 100 responders were deployed to a highly localized 2-mile radius.
And then once I turned into the neighborhood and you couldn't get down the streets, there were trees down all over the place. It was mind-blowing.
In the chaos, tragedy struck the Zimmerman family. 35-year-old Chris Zimmerman walked outside to roll up the windows on his truck. The fierce winds brought a massive tree crashing down onto his vehicle. Local tree business owner Tom Anderson Jr. arrived with a 5-person crew. They brought heavy cranes, desperate to clear the massive tree and help first responders reach Chris safely.
So trying to be efficient and work under that environment of hope and not creating any more harm to the person, no matter what state they're in.
Chris's father, Dave Zimmerman, fought his way to the scene. He drove his pickup truck across open fields and dodged down power lines, taking an hour to travel just 5 miles. When he finally reached the barricades, deputies stopped him and delivered the devastating news.
I jumped out of my car and went up and went under the barricade, and sheriff's deputy and a fireman grabbed a hold of me. And I told him, I'm his father, I got to get up. And no, you can't. Yeah, they wouldn't let me go up because they said he's still in the truck and he's gone.
In the sweltering days that followed, the community refused to let their neighbors suffer alone. Churches in the township building opened as cooling centers. Residents brought their own chainsaws, clearing roads side by side with first responders to reopen the neighborhood.
I don't think anybody that was affected by that storm felt like they were alone in the days following it.
What a beautiful story of resilience.
I'll tell you what, I don't know, I didn't get to tell this during that story, but I was actually in that storm. That storm was essentially what got me inspired to become a meteorologist, because I saw firsthand what thunderstorms can do. And yes, it wasn't a widespread event, but the people that live in that neighborhood in Springfield Township and in Holland, they went through a lot in a very quick time. And it was inspiring to be able to talk to the first responders, as well as Dave Zimmerman as well, who's one of my neighbors during that, who unfortunately, he lost his son in it. But, I'm extremely thankful that I get to be in this position now, 14 years later, and I get to report back where I grew up for a story that impacted so many in that small area. And that's part of why I am a strong advocate of everybody deserves storm protection and coverage, because it doesn't matter, even though it's a smaller town, everybody needs that severe weather coverage when storms are moving in.
Absolutely. And look at you. Now you're a meteorologist.
Here I am, living out my dream.
From there to here. I know. How beautiful. That's awesome.